So there's this organization putting the Earth first and looking to help stop climate change as quickly and safely and equitably as possible.
To share more about Project Drawdown, we want to welcome Matt Scott to Pattrn. And you might recognize him. He's the Director of Storytelling and Engagement for Project Drawdown. Matt, thanks so much for joining with us today. For viewers that don't know about this project, talk about what Project Drawdown Neighborhood Series is.
Yes, and thanks so much for having me, Stephanie and Jordan. It's a pleasure to be here. And to share more, I am the Director of Storytelling and Engagement at the global nonprofit Climate Solutions Resource Project Drawdown, which is really focused on reaching this point of drawdown, which you might be wondering, like, what's this funny word, drawdown? Drawdown refers to the point in time when greenhouse gases in the atmosphere stop climbing and start to steadily decline. And as you could imagine, as you all know better than so many folks, like, we need to do a lot to get to that point. And so the Drawdown's Neighborhood series is a climate solutions short documentary series that really focuses on passing the mic to voices that often go unheard and stories and conversations that really for far too long haven't been represented in the climate conversation. So primarily we feature folks from Black, Indigenous communities, communities of color, and other voices and again, conversations that we might not be having in the climate space.
We had a great one just yesterday, right, with the Captain Planet, or was it the day before that we ran it?
I was just going to say, everyone we've seen has been really enjoyable, really unique.
Yeah.
I don't know how you find, your subjects, but it's been really great from our perspective to watch it from the other side. Can you highlight or give us an idea of who you're highlighting and who maybe you still have yet to highlight in the future?
Oh, yeah. So what's incredible is that, my job and the work that we do with Drawdown's Neighborhood is to go out and find people who have these stories that often aren't told. So you referenced the Captain Planet Foundation, Robin Okinawa, who's just a phenomenal change maker in her own right. And, to date, through Pittsburgh and Atlanta, we've released 20 different episodes featuring 20 different people and voices representing like the range of climate solutions that are out there, or at least some of the climate solutions that are out there, because we know at Project Drawdown there are nearly 100 climate solutions backed by science and data that could actually do something about the problem of climate change. But also beyond Pittsburgh and Atlanta, we've been out there interviewing people from New Orleans, from the Twin Cities, and most recently actually from the tri-state area of New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, and continuing to pass the mic to those who often go unheard. So many voices and stories, and I'm just so thankful that some of them already could be out there through Pattrn and the Weather Channel.
So what would you say are some of your biggest challenges you face when you're trying to bring these stories to light?
Yeah, there's a lot there. And I think that one of the things is that for so long, the ways that we've talked about climate change and the climate crisis have been based in just the science and just the data, which are incredibly important. Like, I work with a team of phenomenal scientists at Project Drawdown, and we are a science-based organization, but it's been a lot less often that we have conversations about race and identity, about gender, about mental health, about family, about history, about all these other things that are intertwined that relate to the motivations of why individuals choose to engage in this work. And I think the biggest challenge is that for so long, as storytellers, me being a storyteller myself, we've thought that what we need to do is scare people and throw the fear at people and throw the scary images at folks, which, as we all know, could feel really disempowering and could feel like it is, that it's hopeless at times to do something. And so while we need to bring in the story of the problem and the crisis and those realities so people know it's there, we also need to bring in the other half of the story of the solutions and what people could do, which isn't even just about like their individual actions, but how could they use their sphere of influence to be the change the world, our planet, and our people more than anything need to see.
Good stuff.
That's why we love having you on Pattrn, because that is how we feel too, is bringing the good stories and helping to align people. Matt Scott, Director of Storytelling and Engagement for Project Drawdown. Can't wait to see your next story. Yeah, we're looking forward to that for sure.